right foot over top of the left thigh here, and interlace the fingers underneath the thigh or over top of the knee if you like. And again, we can gently rock slowly side to side here if it feels good. And see if we can really begin to press the hips and thighs away from your body. So encouraging, again, a neutral spine. We're not compensating here with our lower backs again, but really feel that stretch deep in that outer hip of the right side. Finding a little bit of stillness here as you deepen your breath. Really moving into longer, smoother breaths. And then let's go ahead and place your left foot on the mat and right leg up towards the ceiling, pressing up through that heel. Interlace the fingers underneath your right thigh. Send that outer right hip down towards the left big toe. And if some of you might like here, you can stretch your left leg down on the mat as well. But remember, this is not about how far we can go, but really listening to what is needed versus what the ego might try to convince you what you think you need. Another deep breath here. And then let's go ahead as you exhale, circle the toes and the ankles around. Circle the other direction. And let's go ahead and bend into your right knee, holding on to the pinky toe edge of your right foot here. So again, we want to really hug through the midline. Feel your hips are square and your pelvis is rooted down into the ground as you bring your knee towards the outside of your body, and make sure that your right heel is stacked above the knee. So all of this alignment stuff is really important. So again, that we're not compensating or losing the integrity of the spine, but that we're truly coming from the external rotation of the hip here. And then let's go ahead and cross that leg over or in front of your body here, so you can hold the foot with the opposite hand. And then just take a little rock towards the left, not straightening the leg all the way, but just enough to feel all the different angles of this stretch. So we're just kind of rocking this a little bit, going in and out or through all these different parts of the pose, and coming back into your half happy baby. From here, we'll bring the left hand behind the head, take a deep inhale, lengthen through your spine. And as you exhale through the mouth, lift your heart and chest up nice and high. Try and keep those hips square again. Inhale and exhale. So we're rooting the hips down. Inhale. Exhale. Lifting the chest as high as you can without straining your neck. So it's really coming deep down from your core. Pressing those lower ribs into the mat to lift the heart. One more time. Exhale. From here, maybe you'd like to lift the left leg off the ground a little bit, a couple inches, and reach that left arm forward, and let go of the leg, reach the right arm forward as well. Take a couple deep breaths here. Inhale, lift a little higher. Exhaling. Inhale, lift a little higher. Exhale, stay. And then slowly make your way back down. Let's go ahead and take that half happy baby here again and cross it over your midline. Slowly stretch it over towards the left, a little bit longer. And then from here, you can bend into that knee and bring that leg all the way over to your left side. So bring your, make sure that you're stacking your right hip above the left. That's the most important alignment there. And if you want to give yourself a little bit of a self-adjustment here, you can also use your right hand to pull your right hip bone down away from your shoulders. That can be a nice relief for your lower back too if you're feeling any tension here. Try to pull that right hip down away from. Maybe use your left hand actually to do that, and then open up your right arm. Turn your gaze over the right shoulder. Take some deep, slow breaths here. One more breath. And then slowly coming back to the center, we're going to hug that right knee into chest, little compression, and then release that right leg down into Shavasana, corpse pose. Release the neck and the shoulders, open the heart space, take a moment there. Notice what you feel. And then walk your feet back up onto your mat. Helps me also to close my eyes when I want to, just experience all the different sensations you feel. So we're going to pull the toes, draw the toes back towards your shin bone here again, interlacing underneath the right thigh. Deep cleansing breaths. Then maybe you'd like to rock this out a little bit, stretch into those outer hips. Nice slow, even breaths. And as we find stillness, again, we're pressing the hips and your thighs, especially your left knee, away from your body, making the sides of your body long. You feel that there's a nice little space between your lumbar spine or your lower back and the mat. So this is, again, truly coming from your hips here. Go ahead and lower that right foot down to the mat and stretch your left leg slowly up towards the ceiling, interlacing the fingers underneath the left thigh. Again, rooting down through like you're trying to root your tailbone down a little bit. And send your outer left hip down towards the right big toe. Maybe you're also going to extend that right leg out long. Maybe, maybe not. Pushing through the heels, keeping the hips square, legs pointing straight forward. And then let's go ahead and, with your next breath, circle the toes around, toes and ankles. Circle the other way. And then from there, bending into your left knee, hold on to the pinky toe edge of that left foot. Again, feel your hips are really rooting down. You're hugging the midline of your body. And your left heel is stacked above the knee. Feel that deep stretch in those outer hips. We're going to cross that foot over, grab it with your other hand, and then just kind of slowly coming in and out of this. So you're just really cradling, like you're cradling that left leg here. Again, listening to your body, just moving in a way that feels good, kind of rocking this out a little bit. We're bringing the left hand to the pinky toe edge again, back to half happy baby. We're bringing the right arm behind the head. Take a nice deep inhale, lengthen the spine. And again, as you exhale, use your core. Lift as high as you can. Inhale. Exhale. So really accessing the deep pelvic floor muscles. Inhale. Exhale. Drawing navel to spine. That's about 2 inches below the belly button. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. To help access or draw from that deep inner strength. Inhale one more time. Exhale. Maybe reaching the right arm forward. Maybe lifting the right leg slightly up. Maybe letting go of the left foot here and reaching both arms towards your right big toe. Stay here for a couple more breaths. No tension in your neck. Feel this in your core. One more breath. Exhale, lift a little higher, and slowly release. And go ahead and find that foot again, crossing over your midline, slowly stretching, maybe a little bit more, but not all the way straight yet. And then from there, we're going to bend into your left knee and bring it over towards the right, stacking your left hip again above the right. And open up your left arm, turning your gaze over your left shoulder. Release your neck. Deep cleansing breath into the bottom of your belly, all the way up to the top of your chest. And then slowly emptying out completely out. If you'd like to take that self-adjustment here, bring your right hand to the top, to your hip bone here, and see if you can gently pull that hip down away from your shoulders. Deep breaths. You can even press onto the top of your left thigh a little bit here, kind of in that hip crease area, just below the hip crease. Push down away from you. One more breath. As you exhale, we're going to bring your left knee in towards your chest, hug that thigh in, and then release it back down. Shavasana, corpse pose. Allow yourself to spread out, close the eyes, and notice what you notice. And taking deep, slow breaths from the bottom of the belly all the way up to the top of the chest. See if you can inhale just a little bit more at the top. Pause and then open the mouth as you exhale. Sighing out. Inhaling slowly from the bottom, all the way up to the top of your chest. See if you can inhale a little bit more. Take another sip. And then pause and open. One last time. Deep inhale. Inhale a little more. Exhale. From here, walking the feet back up onto your mat and give it a little rock side to side. Maybe up and down here as you bring yourself all the way up, or you can roll onto your side to push yourself up. We're going to go ahead and find a nice tall and comfortable seated posture. You're welcome to cross the legs or sit on a chair as long as you can keep your back nice and long. You can also sit back onto your heels as I'm doing here. And let's place one hand on top of the other, palms facing up towards you, and the thumbs come together in this mudra called Dhyana Mudra. And this, I feel like, is a space of infinite possibility. It's said that you're in between your hands here in this mudra, you're holding the space of everything that exists in the universe and also nothing at the same time. So from here, we're going to inhale, shoulders up by your ears. And as you exhale, release the shoulders down and back. Again, inhaling, exhaling. Once more, inhale, exhale. Go ahead and close the eyes down. Again, allow your shoulders to stack above the hips comfortably. Allow your belly to soften a little bit here. Feel the natural curves of your spine. As you root down through the hips and legs, feel space become free between each vertebrae. Back of the neck is soft and long. Chin is parallel to the ground. So be careful not to lift the chin up, as that can actually activate fight or flight. And keep it neutral. Just take a few moments here, observe what you feel. And maybe asking ourselves, what can I let go of today? What is not serving myself or those around me? What can I let go of that is out of our control? Where can I make space for change and renewal? Where can I make space for acceptance, understanding, gratitude? Through the breath, how can I make space for imagination, opening to the possibilities and discovery? What can I learn? Where can I grow? What is truly needed? What is truly important to you? And allowing yourself to be open to the universe and allow yourself to receive. Receive the teachings. Receive abundance. Receive the breath, or spirit as it's also known in many ancient cultures. And joining the hands together by your heart center or Anjali Mudra, lifting the heart slightly up towards the hands as you bow the head in towards the heart. Again, taking deep, cleansing and nourishing breaths. And offering up any prayers or our intentions, any dedications or offerings with a round of Om. So there's 3 parts to this Om, the A, the O, and the It's sort of all enveloping to join our voices, our power, our vibration together with that of the universe. Bowing down humbly to the universe, that we can become one with all that is. Taking deep, slow inhale as you're ready. We'll exhale slowly, completely out here. And receive your next breath. And gently opening the eyes from here, we'll go ahead and curl the toes under. So you can sit back onto your heels, encouraging that big toe extension, which is really important for walking properly. Otherwise, we may, again, sacrifice the integrity of our alignment somewhere else. We interlace the fingers, rooting down through your hands as you inhale, reach up towards the ceiling, look up between the brows. And as you exhale, let's bend into your elbows, bringing your chin in and head back slightly. So your fingers are still connected here. So that nice stretch in your shoulders. As you take your next deep breath in, reach back up, look up between the brows, and exhale, bend the elbows over to the other side, chin in and head back slightly. Another breath here. Try to stay with that stretch and sensation in the toes. Inhale, palms facing you this time, look up. Exhale, we're gonna round through the upper back here and stretch through your wrists and upper back. Maybe do a little pulling back of the shoulders, alternating a little bit. And then release the hands behind you. Interlace the fingers in Yoga Mudra, pressing your knuckles against the sacrum, bending the elbows back as you take your next deep breath here. Look up between the brows. As you exhale, bring your chin towards the throat and navel towards the spine. Inhaling, knuckles away from you, stretch the shoulders long. And exhaling, release the hands. Maybe come onto your fists here, separate your knees about hip distance apart, your feet as well. Circle the toes and the ankles around. Flex and point, circle in the other direction. And then we'll go ahead and relax the feet, let them thump, thump, thump onto your mat. So they're really floppy. Thump, thump, thump. And then go ahead and bring your knees and feet together here. Maybe sitting back onto the tops of your feet, stretching the tops of the ankles here a little bit. And then from here, we'll go ahead and take that one more time as you inhale, root down, reach up. As you exhale, let's press forward through the palms this time, rounding that upper back one more time. Inhale, root down, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Exhale, hands behind, interlace the opposite forefinger and thumb on top, bend the elbows back again. Deep breath in here, lift the heart. Exhale, bring the chin and belly in. Inhale, stretching the knuckles away from you. Stretch long. And exhale, releasing. So you're welcome to take any other seated posture. We're going to just take some of that heart opening here, but we're just going to go straight into it where it's very clearing for your heart space and also can be very cathartic or a nice emotional release to really strongly out through the mouth or yell, whatever you need to do. But we're going to open through the heart space, each time, making a nice strong sound, so we can shake up anything that might be stuck there, and lift it up and out, From here, inhale, reach it up. Inhale a little more and lift the navel to spine, lift the sex organs and your root lock here all the way up. As you exhale, slowly releasing the arms, floating down. And just take a moment to observe what you feel. Whenever you're ready, we're going to go ahead and come onto your hands and knees now. Spreading through the fingers nice and wide. Actually, I'm going to face you this time. We're going to send your right foot back, pushing through the heel, stretching through your calves here. And then we'll bring your right foot all the way over to the left side of you here. So we're going to lift your chest way up out of the shoulders. And as you exhale, look all the way back. So we're trying to lift through your tummy and your chest so you feel this really deep, long stretch through the side of your body. All the way through the neck too as you look back. Coming back through center. Let's go to bring your left hand to center, spin your left foot back behind you, heel down, and slowly just lift your hips up here so you kind of make your way into this really big side stretch and back bend. We're going to bring your right arm down and all the way over your head. Stretch through the right side of your body and shoulder. Take one more breath here. Exhale, we're going to come back into the center. And just kind of move the hips here side to side. Laterally flexing the spine if you want to bring your ear towards the shoulder in the opposite direction of the hips. Get that full lateral flexion. of your spine and neck. And then from here, we're gonna bring your left foot back behind you. So we'll just go straight into the other side, stretch through the calves. Breathe into them. You also wanna shift your weight forward now to bring the foot over to your right. So your shoulders are stacked above the wrists, and we inhale, lift the chest and the belly. Exhale, look all the way back towards that foot. Get that long stretch to the side waist, all the way through the side of your body. And then coming back through, right hand to center. We're gonna bring your right foot back behind you. So the one that's underneath your hip there. And then bring your left heel to the ground, lift through. So you wanna feel your back foot is flat on the floor, toes pointing to the side. We're lifting up through the hips. Maybe swing that left arm down and over your head. So you're stretching here from your pinky finger down to your pinky toe. Straighten that leg as long as you can and lift those hips to really feel that stretch through your side waist. Take one more breath here. Rolling your heart toward the sky. Exhale. Come back to center. And then again, maybe a little side to side lateral flexion. Let your head go in the opposite direction if it feels good. And then one more time, we're going to bring that right leg back. This time we're going to bring that right knee towards your nose and curl. Inhale, knee out to the side, lift up. So we're going to lift up that leg in the back like a scorpion tail. You want to really lift your navel to spine here, supporting the back. So it doesn't matter how high that leg's going. And then curl. Inhale, out to the side. Focus more on the lift in your core here versus the leg. Curl. One more time. Inhale, out to the side, up and back. Lift your belly, lift your heart. Exhale, curl. This time we're going to reverse that circle. Knee goes up, out to the side. Lift that knee towards your shoulder and then hover slowly down. So we're going to be challenging our hips, especially the standing leg here. Lifting up, knee towards your right shoulder and hover. Let's try this one more time. Inhale, up, knee up, out to the side and hover slowly down. If you need to give your wrists a break, you can also bring your hands to fists or come onto your fingertips. And we inhale, lift that thigh directly out to the side, 90-degree angle. Exhale, hover above the ground. Inhale, lift. Find those glutes. Exhale, hover. One more time, really lift up out of your standing leg. Inhale. And we're going to flex through that foot, push through the heel. And then go ahead and lower the right foot down onto your mat. We're going to lift up nice and tall here. So make sure your weight is over your standing leg or that left leg here. Inhale, root down, reach up. As you exhale, pull up through your left wrist, pull up and over to your right, stretch the left side of your body. And you can stay here or let go using your core. So using your side obliques here to maintain your side bend. Think of making the sides of your body longer as you come over to your right. Inhale, back up through center. Let's pull up through the right wrist, come up. That's too funny. My phone's on silent. Okay, so we are here and we're reaching, stretching. Use your core. Take one more breath here and come back to center. From here, we're going to come all the way over to your left side. Stretch long. Spread through the fingers and the toes here. Lengthen. So you're sort of like in a half moon, but a modified one here on the knee. We're going to bring your leg forward towards me and then bring your leg back. Now bend into your back leg and push through that heel just a little bit. We're not straightening the knee. And then as you come through, bend that knee, push forward through your heel, bend the knee, and then push through your heel to go back, but we're not straightening the leg. One more time. Bend through and push through your heel, and then back through your heel, keeping the knee bent. We're going to come directly out to the side here and internally rotate that knee, that hip, and then externally rotate. So the knee goes up, knee goes down, knee goes up, knee goes down. Last time. Knee goes up. And then we're going to turn it in, stretch that leg back out, and bring the foot down. So we want to lift the hips, lift the heart. Toes are pointing straight at me. Foot is flat. Go ahead and bring the right arm up and over, or some of you for your shoulder, if you need to, you can bring that arm down and then through. Take another deep breath here. Roll your heart toward the sky. Long, slow breaths. And then sweep it back in towards center here. Knees directly underneath your hips, and we'll bring your left arm towards the ceiling as you inhale. Let's circle the left wrist up. Circle it out. And then exhale, come underneath your right arm. Bring your left ear, left shoulder to the ground. Come onto your right fingertips and press that right hip up and back. Slow, smooth breaths. Excuse me. If you'd like, you can bring your right arm up and back behind you for a half bind. So you're reaching for your left inner thigh. And you can also drag your right shoulder down into the ground now. So both shoulders are trying to go towards the floor. Excuse me. Go ahead and stay there. Take some deep cleansing breaths. Taking one more breath here. Release that right hand down to the ground. Push down to reach the left arm back up. Inhale, open twist. Feel the difference on that side. Exhale. Coming back to center. Let's go ahead and take that all to the other side now. We're pushing back through your left toes for a moment. And then we're going to make sure shoulders are stacked above wrists. And bring your left knee towards your forehead curl. Knee lifts up out to the side and up and back behind you like a scorpion tail. But again, we're lifting that navel to spine, lifting the chest. Exhale, curl. Inhale out to the side. Up and lift that belly way up. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Lift up. Lift your heart. Lift your gaze. Exhale. Curl. Resisting that. Inhale. Feel it from your core. Lift that navel to spine. Lift your pelvis. And then knee out towards your left shoulder. And then hover slowly down. Again, inhale. Inhale a little more out to the side. Exhale, slowly hover. One more time. Inhaling. Inhale a little more. Exhale, hover. So again, you can stay here or come onto your fingertip surface. We inhale, lift that thigh out to the side. And exhale, hover. You want it to go directly out from your hip. Inhale. Exhale. And your standing hip is really working hard here. Inhale to lift up and out so you're not dumping into that hip. Exhale. Your last one, we stay out here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, push through that heel, hold it. And then we line the foot, lower the foot down in line with your right knee. And we're slowly coming up as you inhale. Make sure your weight is shifted all the way to your right leg, your standing leg. And as you exhale, pull your right wrist up and over. So you can stay here again or let go. Make sure you're really long through your sides and you feel, again, that lift of your navel to spine. Those side obliques working hard to sustain you here. Inhale, come back through center. Pull up through your left wrist. So we're going to get taller, longer. And then exhale up and over to away from your leg. And then see if we can let go. Again, feel those side obliques at this angle. When you're ready, inhale back up, stretch it up, and exhale, we're going to come up and over to your right. So you want to have a really wide base here or foundation, and also for your Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. So we're reaching long. Your right arm, your right shoulder is underneath your right hand. Spread through the fingers nice and wide. And then we're going to go ahead and flex through your foot push forward towards me, and then bend the knee, come back through center, bend the knee and push back through the heel, squeezing your glutes, lifting your tummy. So this is not, your lower back's not going to take the hit here. You're using everything else. Bend into your knee, push through the heel, but you're lifting up, front body supporting your lower back. Inhale again, push through. Exhale, push through your heel, lift that belly, lift your heart. And then one more time from here, we come back to center with that bent knee. We're gonna internally rotate the hip, externally rotate, knee towards the sky, knee towards the earth, knee towards the sky. One more time. Again, try not to compensate elsewhere, but we're really holding strong. We turn it back in and lower that left foot down. So again, it's in line with our right knee. Your hand, knee, and foot are aligned. We're lifting through the hips here, pressing through the foot, stretch up and over through that side body. Good. Make sure, again, your right hand's right under your shoulder. I want to go ahead and take you into a side plank here, Bashi-Stasana. So bring your bent knee underneath and behind your left foot, and you're on the edges of your feet. So you're on the big toe edge of your left foot and your pinky toe edge of your right foot. You're lifting the toes up towards your head. And we're lifting that bottom hip way up. Side plank, strengthening again those side obliques. Over and back to plank. Let's go ahead and do that on the other side today, since I didn't bring you there yet. We'll also do the shoulder stretch in just a moment. So turn to the other side so that your toes are up towards your head. You're on the big toe edge of your right foot and the pinky toe edge of your left foot. We're lifting those hips higher and higher, especially that bottom hip. We tend to sink down and sag. Try to lift that bottom hip up using your core. One more deep breath. Lift your chest, expand, find space, and then slowly come back to center. We're again pressing into those fingertips and knuckles here too. Inhaling, lengthening, and plank. As you exhale, let's just lower slowly down. You can lower chaturanga. You're up on your tippy toes, elbows above the wrists, or you can lower your knees and down. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, lower. Go ahead from here, come onto your fingertips here out in front of you. Tuck the chin and inhale. I want you to undulate through your spine. Release your neck here too. Look up. Exhale, lower the heart and then the head. So we're bending those elbows. Tuck the chin again, inhale. Lead from your heart and then look up, head is last. Exhale, lead from your heart and then let your head come down last again. One more time, lead from your heart. Roll it up, lift your chest, look up. Exhale, lead from the heart and down. Let's go ahead and squeeze the triceps into your body. Slowly press up. From here, we're going back onto all fours, or your hands and knees, and knees are hip distance apart. Bring your right arm up towards the ceiling. Inhale, let's circle that right wrist around. And as you exhale, we're coming underneath your left arm. Just make sure you're doing the other side here. Opposite of the left side. We're going to come onto your left fingertips and send your hips way up and back. And let your shoulders sink into the ground. If you'd like to bring your left arm up and back behind you for half bind, so that left hand is looking for your right inner thigh, but it's okay if it doesn't find it yet. Just feel your breath here. Inflating, softening your belly on the inhales. And then drawing navel to spine on the exhales. Again, some of you might like to bring your left shoulder all the way down towards the ground here. So as you pull both shoulders into the earth, you'll feel this big stretch through the outer arm and the shoulders, outer shoulders here too. Now let's go ahead and release that left hand to the ground. Press down to reach back up, inhaling, lift the heart. And feel the difference on that side, exhale. Very nice. So now from here, let's do a little bit of movement, mobilizing the spine and hips again. So going all the way back towards the heels, and forward, back towards the heels, and forward. Maybe circling from here, circle the hips around. Inhale, circle one direction. Exhaling back. Go as slow as you like here. Please don't rush. We're here to slow down and listen. Paying attention, circling the other direction so that we don't miss any important things that our body might be telling us or teaching us, or the breath, what the breath and spirit might be teaching us. One more time. From there, we go to curl the toes under. Inhale, send the inner thighs, lift them up and back as you look up between the brows. Exhale, let's go downward facing dog or Adho Mukha Svanasana. Feet are hip distance apart or so. Actually, you can open them as wide apart as the mat if you're feeling tight here in the hamstrings, or same thing for the shoulders. The hands can be wider apart if you need. And you can always lower down onto your knees if you feel too much pressure on your shoulders. You can always bend your knees here a lot too. So we want to think of making the sides of your body longer. And those hips lift up high away from your shoulders. Let's go to bring your left leg towards the ceiling. Inhale in three-leg dog. Come up on your tippy toes here. As you exhale, very gently lower your right heel, trying to maintain that left leg up. Inhale, pressing into both hands equally. Hips are square, outer thigh is rolling down up on your toes. Exhale, thigh to your chest. Lift that heel nice and high towards your belly button. Stay here, or maybe some of you'd like to go forward and lower halfway down, so elbows stay above the wrists. Inhale, press up. Maybe one more time. Exhale, halfway down. Inhale, push up. Exhale, step your left foot forward between the hands. We'll lower that right knee down towards the earth. Hook your left thumb in front of the right here as you inhale. Spread the fingers wide, lift the chest. And as you exhale, we're going to grow taller, root down to reach up. And then exhale over to your left side. And try to pull those thumbs apart. Feel as though you're trying to pull them apart, but they're hooked. Inhale, so you feel that deep stretch in your outer shoulders. Again, lift the chest, look up. Exhale, release the arms. Let's go ahead and release them behind you here. Interlace the fingers, roll the shoulders back. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, bring the chin and belly in here. Chin towards the throat, navel to spine. Stay with breath. Draw from your inner strength. And then releasing from here, send your right leg forward between the hands. Bow, forward, fold, and feel the difference already between the right and left side. Rooting down through both feet. Inhale, halfway flat back, so we send the inner thighs up and back. Exhale and deepen your fold. Again, root down through both feet as you inhale. Root to rise up. Palms to touch. Exhale. Arms down by your sides. Again, rooting down. Inhale, lift the heart and chest. Gaze up towards the sky. As you exhale, bow to the earth. Forward fold. Inhaling, halfway rise, drawing up energy. Flat back. Exhale, release. Sending your legs back into plank pose. Inhaling, plank onto your fingertips. Pressing into fingertips and knuckles. It almost feels like you're cupping your hands just a little bit. And we're protracting those shoulder blades to, again, lift up out of your wrists and support your shoulders. Another deep breath here, lengthening. Exhale, you're welcome to lower the knees or lower chaturanga halfway down. So shoulders no lower than the elbows, elbows stacked above the wrists. Go ahead and come all the way down when you're ready. Roll the shoulders back and down. This time from here, bring your palms down and back behind you. So the palms are facing into the ground. And we're pressing into those hands and the tops of your feet here, making the legs really long and strong. So here, making sure that, again, we're not compensating with our bendy lower backs. straight. The lower back often takes a hit for a lot of these yoga poses. We tend to use it, overuse it. So see if you can mobilize through your mid and upper back more here by pressing down into the legs, down into your feet, down into your hands. Take another deep, slow breath through the throat. That Ujjayi pranayama really helps in these poses where it feels a little more difficult to breathe. Find that breath, oceanic or Darth Vader breath. And then exhale, release. Let's go ahead and turn your head to one side. Relax your whole body into the earth. Let it go. Breathe into your back body. Breathe into the lower back. Filling side to side, front and back. Feel your belly, your internal organs being massaged as your belly presses up against the earth and then deflates. From here, hands underneath you. Again, squeeze the triceps in as you inhale, lift up. Exhale, back to downward facing dog, pressing into fingertips and knuckles, the base of your palms as well. Pressing into the forefinger and thumbs. Let's bring your right leg towards the ceiling, three-leg dog. Inhale, up on your tippy toes, outer thigh rolling down. Exhale, lower the heel, try to maintain that right leg up. Inhale, lift up onto the tippy toes. Exhale, bring that thigh to chest, lift the heel nice and high. Again, you can stay here or lower halfway down. Keep that heel up, keep that leg up. Inhale, press up. Exhale, elbows above the wrist, keep that heel up into your belly. Inhale, push up. Exhale, step that foot forward between your hands. Lower the left knee down, right knee stays stacked above the heel. Hook the right thumb in front as you inhale, spread the fingers wide, lift your heart, lift your gaze. Exhale, come up and over to your right side, rooting down through that big toe. Inhale, come back up through center. And as you exhale, release. Interlace the opposite forefinger and thumb on top, roll the shoulders back. Inhale, lift through the heart, lift the knuckles away from your body. As you exhale, tuck the chin and chin towards the throat, navel to spine. Again, pressing down into your right big toe, lifting away from your thigh. Feel that deep stretch through the front of the hip and the hip flexor. Psoas. One more breath here. And exhale, release. Let's go and step that left leg forward between your hands. And feel. Inhaling, send the inner thighs up and back, lift the heart. Exhale, deepen your fold. Root through both feet. Again, you can also bend the knees to come up. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, arms down by your sides. I forgot to mention, I know some of you might have a little bit of shoulder issue here too. So when you come up, you don't have to bring the arms out and around. You can bring them straight forward, and you can bend your elbows as you come up here too. It can also be like in a cactus position. Modify as you need to. Take another deep inhale, lift the heart, lift the chest. Exhale, come right down the center. Bow, forward fold. Send the inner thighs up and back again here as you inhale, lengthen. So you feel that lift in your core. Exhale, hold. Step it back to plank pose again. Maybe the other leg goes first. So again, paying attention to those little things. Inhale, pressing into the fingertips. Lengthen the spine, protract the shoulder blades. Exhale, you can lower slowly. So you come forward on your tippy toes. Elbows stacked above the wrists, no lower than the elbows. And then lower. Roll the shoulders back and down. Let's go ahead and bring the hands down and back behind you again. Maybe this time we interlace the fingers, roll the shoulders back. So again, really strong through your legs and your core to lift through the heart space. Inhale, lift the heart. So we're mobilizing mid and upper back. Lower back is relatively free here. Take another deep breath. So we're not forcing that back to do all the work. Lift through the heart, press down through those legs. Exhale, release. Hands are underneath the shoulders. Oh, I'm sorry. We're turning your head now to the other side. Release the neck, release the arms. You can also have your hands under your head if you like. Okay, sorry about that, I'm back. I heard my earbuds say something to me, so just keep breathing here. Into your back body. Again, feel your belly expand and inflate like a big balloon into the earth. Fill your back and exhale. Feel the earth massage into your belly. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders again. Squeeze the triceps into your body, long legs. Inhale, you can reverse the push-up or go straight back into child's pose or downward facing dog. Remember, there's no shame in dropping down to child's pose at any time. If you're not familiar with that pose, I'll just go ahead and show it to you right now. The big toes touch, knees are apart, and forehead resting on your hands or on the mat. You want to let the weight of your head be real heavy here. This is also a really nice way to release neck and shoulders. So if you're feeling it, or you're breathing too hard here, your breath is also a great indicator or guide for you. So you can always come back to slow down and deepen your breath. From here, left leg's going to go back up towards the sky. When you're ready, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, open through the hips, stretch the leg. Exhale, bend that left knee, stacking the hips. Try to keep the shoulders square here. Make the sides of your body longer as you lift those hips up. Inhale, stretch the left leg. Exhale, we're going to bring left knee towards your left shoulder and hold it here. Squeeze. Inhale over to your right shoulder, twist, hold. Exhale over to the left. Inhale over to the right. And then we're going to stretch the left leg out so in line with your right hand, so the left foot comes down to the floor. Left hand to the center of your mat. Spin your right heel down so the toes are pointing to the side of the room. And we lift the heart, lift the hips again here, reach the right arm up and overhead, or again, for those of us with the achy shoulders, we can bring that right arm down and maybe through here, pinky fingers pointing to the earth. We keep lifting those hips nice and high. One more breath. Strong through your left shoulder. Exhale, we bend into your left knee. And then just drag your foot back to the center here so that you're in like a, on the knife edge of your foot, and you're in sort of a pigeon pose here. So going to lengthen through your spine here, nice and long. And as you exhale, go ahead and press that foot down into the floor, lower the right knee. So I want you to go ahead and walk your left foot out to the left side of your mat a little bit and point the toes towards the upper corner of your mat. Flex through that ankle a lot so you can see the bottom of your foot. You're getting a nice stretch here through your hips and also through the front of, through your hip flexor here. Maybe you'd like to bring your right foot up towards you here, turning your heart and find a little twist as well. There's a lot of things going on in this pose. And then see if you can find your right heel or your foot And now lift, instead of sinking your hips down in towards the, or down to the ground, lift your belly and your hips away from your thigh and away from the earth as you pull your foot towards you. So you feel this nice stretch through your quads. And then roll your heart towards the sky here. This becomes a little bit of a twist, a back bend, hip opener, quadricep stretch. Take one more breath here. Exhale, we release. Go ahead and walk that foot back in towards center. We're going to spin your right heel down so that the toes are pointing out here again. And left arm is going to come inside of the left leg. We're pressing the left shoulder against the left knee as much as we can, or that upper arm against the left knee. So I want you to squeeze the arm and leg towards each other, right hand to hip. So as you squeeze those together, you can feel this nice opening happening through your hips, and also your left inner thigh is on fire or starting to warm up, depending on where you are in your practice, in your journey. Deep, slow breaths here. So it might be on fire, it might be a little kindling. Stay with it wherever you are. You can roll your heart towards the sky. Some of you are really welcome to come into your bind here too. If you like to bind, bring that left arm underneath the shoulder and grab your right wrist or fingertips. Breathe deeply. Long, smooth breaths. Finding space here even when we're all bound up, even when we feel like we're tied up, our hands are tied behind our backs. We can find space through the breath and open the heart, be receptive. We find freedom even when we're bound up. And releasing from here, we're stretching the legs long. From here, coming into Utthita Trikonasana, or triangle pose. Your no weight is on your left hand. Some people teach it, just resting on it, but I want you to feel that you're really using your hips and your core here. And we're pulling up through the kneecaps here too. Stretch. And really feel yourself expand on all sides, reaching in all directions. Reach through both arms. Lift up through underneath yourself here too. Feel both legs are really long and strong. From here, bend the front knee. Stretch the left arm towards the ceiling as you inhale, exalted warrior or peaceful warrior. Lift the heart and the gaze, stretching the left side of your body. You're welcome to now straighten your front leg here too. So now we've got a reverse Trikonasana, reverse triangle. And then from here, we're gonna bend the front knee, walk, hop, or float all the way forward. So again, you want a good foundation here, a wide base. Left hand to the shoulder, spread through the fingers, reaching that right leg up into your Ardha Chandrasana half moon. Now remember, you don't have to, it doesn't have to look like this. You can be bending both knees. You can put your right hand on your hip. Whatever is manageable for you today. Root down through the standing leg. That's the most important. And find your breath. Find space here as you open up and lean back. Open your heart. Maybe even if you feel stable, take your gaze over to the side wall, or to the side, or up towards the sky. Take one more breath here. Spread the fingers and toes. Exhale, we're going to bow forward, standing splits. And then bend your right knee behind the left knee. So we're squeezing those thighs and your knees together. Try that one more time. As you inhale, stretch that right leg up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, step it back. Nice and long, pressing into your hands. Stretch the left leg up and back, three-leg dog. Open that hip. And go ahead and bend and shake out that bend and straighten that left leg. Bend and kick that left leg out. Breathe. Inhaling here. Exhale, let's go ahead and step that left foot forward between the hands. Hop the right foot forward to meet it. Inhale halfway. When you're ready, and exhale deep in your fold. Rooting down through both feet again as you inhale, root to rise up. Exhale, arms down by your sides, feeling strong and grounded through both feet, connecting to the earth through all parts of your feet. Feel as you root down, energy rising up, growing taller. Find your breath. When you're ready, inhale, plug in, reach up. Exhale, bow to the earth, forward fold. Inhaling, lengthening, halfway rise. Inner thighs lift up, heartless. Exhale and deep inner fold. Stepping back into plank pose again. Inhaling, lengthening. Exhale, remember you can lower knees, chin, chest, or even rest child's pose here. Come down to the earth. We're going to interlace the opposite forefinger on top behind you again, Shalabhasana. Inhale, lengthen, knuckles away, lift the heart, knuckles away from your butt, lift it up. Exhale, tuck the chin, make a little more space for your heart to open. One more breath. Exhale, hands down. Squeeze those arms in by your sides. Inhale, lift up. Exhale to downward facing dog. Long, smooth breaths. Right leg towards the ceiling, three-leg dog, open the hip. Exhale, we bend that right knee, stack the hips. So right knee stacks above the left hip, but not your shoulders. Keep your shoulders square, right shoulder towards the ground without dumping into them. Lift those hips high, make the sides of your body long as you inhale. Reach it up. Exhale, knee to your right tricep, hold it, right shoulder. And then twist, bring your knee to the left, hold it. Inhale, bring your knee to the right. Exhale, bring that knee to the left. So now we're extending the right foot out, outside of your left hand. I'm gonna flip this around so you can see what I'm doing here. So right hand's gonna come to the center of the mat. We're gonna spin your left heel down so that your toes or your back foot is pointed to the side of you here. And then we're gonna lift those hips high. Remember, you can straighten up the arm, stacking. You can bring it over or bring it all the way down first and through, bending the elbows as much as you need to. Inhale, keep lifting up through your hips, lifting up through your heart. So this might feel familiar from earlier. Take one more breath. And exhale when we were on the knees, coming back to center. Let's go ahead and slide, kind of drag your right foot back underneath you so that you're on the pinky toe edge of your foot. And then get nice and low like you're in pigeon. We're not gonna go there, but we're gonna feel pigeon pose here. It's almost like a floating pigeon. We're gonna flex that ankle a lot and just stretch into the hip for a moment. And then press the foot down, walk it out to the right side of your mat. So we're gonna lower the left knee. We're rolling towards the pinky toe edge of your foot so you can see the bottom of your foot here. Your ankles flex to protect your right knee joint. And again, from here, instead of just dropping and sinking that left hip to the floor, we're gonna lift up through the pelvis. Lift up the pelvic floor here. Maybe reach the right arm up and back behind you to find maybe your left heel, or point the foot and pull the foot towards you here. So again, we want to lift your core to bring the foot to you. And then drop the tail down to really stretch through the quads. Maybe you're now finding a twist and rolling your heart towards the sky and finding also the back bend. Deep cleansing breaths. Try to lift up out of your left shoulder. So again, we're not dumping into that shoulder. One more breath here, roll your heart up. Exhale, release that leg. Good. From here, we're walking it back in. Walk your right foot underneath you, spin your left heel down so the toes are pointing to the side again. Right arm and leg are connected here. So we want to try to get nice and low so we can even get your right upper arm or shoulder pressing against the knee, and left hand to your hip. We're pressing also, remember, into the big toe mounds and the outer edges of the heels to lift up through those inner arches of the feet. Feel those inner thighs again. Feel that as you push the arm and leg against each other equally, feel that opening in your hip. Roll the heart towards the sky. Some of you might stay here. Some of you, again, might like to take the bind, right arm underneath the leg, left arm behind you, and your right hand is going to grab your left wrist or fingertips. The wrapper is the grabber. Find a mudra here if you like to. You can bring your left forefinger and thumb together. Jnana mudra. Again, see if we can find some space here, some freedom through this breath. It's beautiful, oceanic breath. It's always with you, even when your hands are tied behind your back. One more deep breath here. Exhaling, emptying out. Release that right arm. Behind you here, as you straighten the front leg, we're going to come off of that right hand and open up, expand through all sides of your body here. So the hips are pulling in, squeezing in towards each other, and then pulling back. So you get this really deep hip flexion here on the right side. And you're using your core to stabilize here. And it's almost like you're leaning back, like you're going to be plastered to a wall. You can also take your gaze down if you find that you get tension in your neck. You can turn your gaze downward. Use your core. Feel your navel to spine. One more breath. Exhaling. When you're ready, bend. Right arm toward the sky as you inhale. Exalted warrior, peaceful warrior. So bring your forefinger and thumb together. I love this mudra. I've heard it once said as the ego, the forefinger is the ego bowing down to the universe, which is the thumb, so that they can become one. Take another deep breath. And as you exhale from here, we can straighten that front leg first in your reverse Trikonasana. And then we go ahead and bend into your front knee, walk, float, or hop, hop, hop it forward. Get your weight all the way forward onto your right hand and right leg. Left hand can come to your hip. Remember, you can also bend both knees here. Just focus on rooting down through your standing leg, finding your foundation first. And then if and when you feel ready, as you continue to root down, you can start to stretch and expand out. Sometimes we have to take baby steps. And even when we're more advanced, we want to also be careful of just thinking that we own the pose. We know this already. But to go in with curiosity, to go in slowly and with an open mind, to learn something new. Root down and stretch. Couple deep breaths here. Open the heart. Inhaling, lengthening. Exhaling. Maybe you're taking your gaze towards the side. Maybe you're even taking it up towards the ceiling. It's okay if you fall out of it too. It's okay to take risks sometimes. Just listen to your body. From here, left leg towards the ceiling, we're bowing forward in standing split. So now both hands are down on your mat. Go ahead and bend your left knee behind the right and squeeze those knees together. Big hug, squeeze. And then root down through the standing leg to stretch back up to your standing splits. As you exhale, step that left leg back into a deep lunge. From here, lower down and step your right leg up to three-leg dog again. Open that hip, bend and stretch. Bend and gently kick that leg out, shake it out. And then bring that right foot down. Find downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Once again here, breathe. Inhale up on your tippy toes. As you exhale, bend the knees, look forward, walk, or even float forward. Quietly or treading lightly as you come to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen halfway up. Exhale and deepen your fold. Then root down through both feet. Root to rise, inhale, reach to the sky. As you exhale, open your heart as you bring the arms down. Tadasana. Again, continue to feel your connection to the earth, to your breath, to all the parts of you that are stable and grounded, to all the parts of you that are open and free. When you're ready, root down to rise up. Inhale, reach towards the sky. And as you exhale, come right down the center, bend into your knees if you need to. Fold, bow to the earth. Rest your hands on the earth. Spread your fingers and just feel, even if you have to bend your knees, feel that connection to Mother Earth. Give gratitude, give thanks to our mutual home. Whenever you're ready, stepping or floating back into chaturanga or plank, lower knees, chin, chest, or chaturanga if you're already there. If you've hopped back, you're already down. From here, inhale, squeeze those triceps in, lift the heart center. Legs are long, back into a cobra now. Exhale, down. Now, if you'd like to with me, you can reach back for your feet. Find your feet, or so the tops of your feet here, maybe pointing through the toes. And squeeze your legs together. Squeeze your feet together. Roll those shoulders back. You can also do this one at a time. Squeezing, squeezing. And now, with really strong legs, kick your feet into your hands to lift your heart. So again, don't let your lower back take over here, but let your legs, your glutes, and your upper back, or your mid-upper back, thoracic spine, is going to help in this posture. And you're going to really connect deeply into your Ujjayi pranayama, that audible ocean breathing, or some people call it the Darth Vader breath. It's going to help you breathe and find space and freedom, even here. Again, with your arms, in a sense, tied behind you. Take one more breath here. Kick, 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 kick. Lift the heart. Exhale. Release, turn your head. Windshield wipe your feet. Side to side, release the legs, release the hips. If you did that on one side, go ahead and do it on the other side. The rest of us will just rest. I'm kidding. We're gonna go ahead and go back one more time. So if you want to, you can find both feet here or just do the one side. Kick, 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 kick. Strong, deep breath, strong legs. Open your heart. I like to also tuck the chin in to really challenge, again, to relax the neck also, to stretch the back of the neck, but also to really use those legs to lift the heart. One more breath. Turn your head to the other side. Release the neck. Windshield wipe the feet side to side to release the lower back. Let's go ahead and swing from here, pressing up. Swing the legs around. Swing the legs around and bring your legs out in front of you. From here, let's root down through the feet. Sit up onto your sits bones, so rock onto your sits bones, pulling the flesh out from underneath you. We're going to cross the right foot over top of your left thigh here again. Now, you can back out off of this pose a little bit by either bringing your arms further back or bringing your left leg further forward. Just make sure you're feeling the stretch in your hips and your hips stay square. If you want more of a challenge, the hands and foot come closer and you're lengthening your spine back. Lower back here is flat. Make sure you're not, again, taking a hit in the lower back in order to think that you're doing a deeper pose. Don't sacrifice the integrity of the spine. Open your heart and chest here. Maybe you're up on your fingertips. Let's bring your hands, fingers to point forward towards the front of your mat or out to the sides a little bit, however you need to for your shoulders. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down, and lift your heart. Lift your sternum up. This might be enough for you. You can stay here or root down into your left foot and lift your hips. Strong legs. Couple deep breaths. One more breath here. Exhale, lower the hips. Now remember, if the shoulders, again, they don't allow you to do that pose, try this on your back. Lay down and just lift your hips. So you're still in the figure 4, but you're not putting all that pressure maybe on the shoulder if you have an injured shoulder. Let's go ahead and take the other side. Flex your left foot. So sorry that came as an afterthought, but you can do it now if you need to. Make sure you do both sides. So from here, rooting down through the foot and the hands to go tall through the spine. Again, feel that deep stretch in your outer hips again. Flex that left foot a lot. Feel the stretch first. Some of you might be staying here, pointing your fingertips towards the front of your mat or slightly out. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down, and lift the heart and the sternum up first. So I want you to lift your chest up out of those shoulders first. Stay here or press up. Or again, you can lay down in your back and do a bridge pose on your back here in this figure 4. Lift those hips equally though. Feel the strength wherever you need to make those hips centered and equal. One more breath here. Lift the heart, look up. Exhale. Slowly coming back down. And from here, go ahead and release that leg down. So we're going to roll back down onto your mat. Let's bring your right leg into half happy baby again. So that knee towards the earth, heel stacked above the knee. And then let your left leg turn out. So like your left leg is in a butterfly stretch. From here, I want you to go ahead and cross over and then stretch that left leg out into your hand or into a strap, or you could hold your underneath your leg here too. Lengthen that right leg out long in your twist. Crossing over so that your right hip is stacked above your left hip. Put your right hand on your sacrum or that flat bone on your butt and feel that it's flat and congruent. If it's not, keep pulling that right leg over to the left. And then relax that arm and shoulder. One more breath in your twist. Exhale out. Come back to your center. And from here, let's go ahead and bring that right leg back maybe behind you here. So left leg straightens. Maybe that right foot can come back towards the back of your head. So this is going to look different for everybody. It's a very advanced stretch here, so don't worry about it if you're not even close, but just work towards it. This is your sleeping yogi. So we want to drag the hips down away from the shoulders. Lift the heart. Try to get that foot behind your head. So listening to your body. It's not about the pose. Release. And stretch that right leg out and feel. Notice what you notice. Moving on to the other side, which is I want to just stay there. We're going to bring your left leg, bend into the left knee, stack your left heel above that knee, and then let your right knee open out to the side again. So like you're doing a half butterfly or half Baddha Konasana. We're going to cross this foot in front of your body. Use the opposite hand, your right hand, to pull that left leg out to the right. So again, you could use a strap here or put your hand underneath your leg if you need to. And then put your left hand on your sacrum here and feel, is my butt flat and congruent here? If not, try to get there. And also you can drag that. Remember, you can do that self-adjustment where you pull the hip bone down away from your shoulders and feel that stretch through the side waist. So the hips are away and the pelvis can go. Open up your left arm, turn your gaze over the left shoulder. Relax the neck, and we'll take one more deep breath here. Go ahead and bend into that left leg and come back to the center. So now we're going to straighten your right leg. Left leg can come back towards your half happy baby. So again, you could just work on that. Or if and when you feel ready, root down through the hips and your right leg. Try to bring that left foot back behind your head. Deep cleansing breaths. Remember, it's not about the pose. Feel those hips are really strong. Pull those hips down into the ground. One more breath. Exhale. Release that leg. In Shavasana, take a moment. From here, we're going to slide your hands under your lower back. Wiggle your sits bones away from each other. So pull the flesh out from underneath. Open the legs wide apart. Wiggle out whatever you need to and bring the arms down by your sides. Wiggle your shoulders if you need. You could stretch the back of your neck here too if you need. Tuck the chin in and just stretch the back of that neck. But wherever you are, go ahead and make yourself as warm and comfortable as possible. Take a few deep cleansing breaths here. Just scanning through the body one more time. And notice if you're holding any residual tension anywhere. It could be holding past traumas, and that's okay. Just allowing yourself to be with that. As I say, the first step is just recognizing, acknowledging. And just be with it here, with your breath, or with spirit. Allow it to help cleanse and heal. Feel your heart overflow as you continue to breathe into it and feel it grow and expand. Visualize your heart growing bigger and fuller with each breath. Let go and let be. Just be. I'll take a couple of slow, deep breaths. Exhale completely out. Lying here in stillness as long as you like. Or perhaps gently awakening the fingers and toes. Maybe stretching arms overhead behind you, stretching your whole body as you inhale. And melt into the earth as you exhale. Walking your feet back up onto your mat and rolling onto your left side into a fetal position, left arm under your head like a pillow, curling into a comfortable safe space just as you were in the womb. Shavasana, in a sense, symbolizes death. And coming to this position, to me, symbolizes a rebirth, to begin anew each day. And as we exhale, we press into your right hand here when you're ready to root down to rise up. Find a tall and comfortable seat. Rooting down through the hips and legs. Go ahead and just rest your hands onto your thighs and knees. Just take a moment, observe what you feel. Honoring stillness, honoring silence, honoring the wisdom of the body and the breath. And as you feel ready to honor the self and one another, joining the hands together by your heart center in Anjali Mudra of prayer. I'll lift the heart slightly up towards the hands and bow the head in towards the heart. Then receiving deep, cleansing, and nourishing breaths. Coming back to your intentions and what is truly important to you, what is truly needed. Feeling our practice and our intentions with gratitude, and if you'll join me with a round of Om. Inhaling as you're ready. Exhaling slowly and completely out. Receive your next breath. Thank yourself for your practice and for making the time. Thank your body for all that it does for you. Thanking one another for supporting each other. And thank the breath for giving you life. Namaste. All right, thank you so much, everybody who hung in there with me. I appreciate you.